Evening, guys. Let me bring up Twitch. And bring up the YouTube. Make sure everything is going as we want it to be. And what do you know? It is. Hi, guys. I'm back. Might be a shorter stream tonight as my body clock's all fucked up. Got like an hour and a half sleep. Got up for a couple hours, went back to sleep, got a few more hours. Not anyone to watch all day. And this is the best you can manage? I appreciate the compliment. And good morning, afternoon, evening. Choose one. Or more. Choose more. I'm not going to pick at you. I am indeed here, although probably for a little bit less time than usual, as I didn't get much sleep last night. And even a 3.5 hour nap puts me at about 4.5 hours. And so my hours are just completely fucked up. Let's go ahead and give ourselves some more experience pointses. Experience boosters. I'm going to go with, it's both. It is both late night and early morning. I know when I worked swing shift, I would go to bed at 4 a.m. So that's late at night and yet also early in the morning. Let me summon my boys. All right, we got Barry and Ben. And we also have the artist formerly known as Brad, but I'm reworking the names. So Ben gets a new name. He's going to be Benny. And Brad is getting a new name as well. So the tier 1 ones are all going to be a name that ends in a Y and begins with a B. So we're going to have Barry, Benny, and probably Billy. Then the tier 2 ones are going to get a nice upgrade. We're going to have Brutus and Bluto. And then the tier 3 one is going to be Balrog Bruise. It's possible I give this too much thought. Actually, it's really likely that I give everything too much thought. Twin Shot. Well, I've given Proton all the data. He looked relieved. He says he's calculating success probabilities and all that. I asked him what would happen if we ran in there shouting our names. We'll just say he looked horrified. Now all we need to do is wait until we get the go from old Egghead, and then we'll bring the fight to the Shivans, not the other way around. Okay, this is it. We're going to get these field stabilizers in place and destroy those Shivan meteors once and for all. Even though Galaxy City is being rebuilt, there's still a small section where the meteors were too volatile to transport, and that's where we're going to hit them where it hurts. I don't know the details, but whatever it is, it'll be enough to send shockwaves back to wherever it is these Shivans come from. The whole team's on their way over there. Are you ready to do this? I'm almost ready to do this. Let me adjust my level. That's right, before I go in. By the way, good evening to all of you guys. Hey, Nod Knox, how you doing? Bello would be hello if hello was one of the Bruisebrothers. Very nice. You can count on me. Destroy the meteors in a special version of Steel Canyon, methinks. Where do we have to get there from Steel Canyon? I don't remember. Oh, it's going to be really bad tonight. I'm so sleep deprived and also depraved. that there's just no telling what the hell's going to come out of my mouth. Steel Canyon South? Oh, that's right. I have to... We catch a van to where we have to fight. I mean, we can't even get like a chartered bus. No, we catch a van. Yeah, I just got like 4.5 hours sleep last night in 2 really unsatisfying batches. Nice. Which flavor is yours? Is your Mastermind? There are no bad flavors of Mastermind. Just some of them are more gooder. I had a nifty thing happen today while I was watching DapMods' stream. He was mentioning he's due for his 20-year anniversary, and of course, Beast Nature. I considered that. Rather, that was what I was thinking of while I was trying to come up with names, and I came up with the Bruisefather first, so that's what I went with. So Mods is... was talking about he's going to be going to his 20th year high school reunion and how old he feels. And he wanted to know who the oldest person in chat was, and he said he'd give them a free sub. And so I put 63. And he's letting the numbers go by, and most of the numbers are, chat bullshit. 420! 69! And he says, okay, it looks like magnifying lens. And everyone starts going, fraud, he's a fake. And I say, check my stream. He looks at the stream, starts laughing at chat, gives me the sub, throws me a shout out, throws me a follow. Very, very nice of him. Thank you, Mods. You're the man. If you're not familiar with that, Mods, he mostly streams ARPGs, Diablo, PoE. And he's just a very chill streamer having a good time. Playing games, making a living at it, living the good life. Yeah, well, he's still doing it. And he's also an actual world-class gamer. I mean, if you watch him, he's playing, D4 or PoE. He is competitive in all of the races and stuff, so. Yeah, Mods is just a really chill, cool guy. And so I was, I was stoked. A little recognition from a guy I watch and enjoy. It was pretty cool. Get him, guys. Now get him, guys. That was definitely the highlight of my day, the low light being pretty much the rest of it. I don't do so great with lots of sleep. So, not much sleep at all really sucks. Hi, Twin Shot. So Arachnos is here. We need to beat up Arachnos. I've mentioned before that this is sort of the semi-tutorial you get at like level 5. I think it opens up. And there's a similar one on the villain side, where you're in a contest with villains. Here you semi-join a group of heroes. The other one, you're competing against a group of villains. All of the villains show up here, and you fight them. And all the good guys you fight in the villain version of this quest as well. So it's pretty nifty. So I hope all of you are now enjoying the beginning of your weekend. and that your Friday didn't suck. And here's two of the heroes. We have Dillo and Grim. Good evening, Fat Body. How are you doing this reasonably fine evening? No weekends, all work all the time. I can assure you that that sucks. For a number of years, I worked Sunday through Thursday, and having an atypical schedule also kind of sucks. Also, at that time, I was working at a company that had Friday beer bashes, which meant if I wanted to enjoy the beer bash, I had to come in on my day off for free beer and free food. So I did it a lot. And here come the bad guys. Get him. And get him. Coach tennis, so it's all play. I coached tennis when I was about 14. There was a program for youth, really much younger kids, 6, 7-year-old tennis. And I was really good at tennis as a kid. And so, I don't know, 12, 14, something like that. I taught tennis, helped out with the real instructors. There were like a half a dozen of us helping out with the real instructors. If you coach tennis and you're familiar with the name Brad Gilbert, I played against him in high school. For those not familiar with him, he played at Wimbledon and so on, but he's better known for being Andre Agassi's coach when Agassi was winning all the big tournaments. Played doubles against he and Diane Siegel, who also went to Wimbledon. Mind you, we were nowhere near their category, and they blasted us. I was a pretty good doubles player. He went to Piedmont High, and we played at Piedmont one year. One of my tiny little brushes with fame. Let's see, in Little League, despite being left-handed, I played catcher because one of the pitchers' dads was left-handed, and so he had a left-handed catcher's glove, which goes on the right hand. And that pitcher, the best pitcher on our team, we were the only duo in the league that had signals because he could throw a curveball. That pitcher, Jack Del Rio. NFL player and coach. Now you're all really impressed by my incredible sports acumen. Not really. I was, for lack of a better phrase, the athletic fat kid in school. I was always heavy, but I was good at sports. My high school letters, Sporty Arbuckle, very nice. Not many people are going to get a Fatty Arbuckle reference. The 3 sports I had on my letter jacket were the unlikely trio of tennis, wrestling, and chess. Get him, guys. Get her, guys. All right. We put them down real good. So my chatter tonight will probably be all over the place because I had so little sleep and my brain is completely, let's just say, non-focused. I think that's a fair way of putting it. Twin shot and Maelstrom. There's an ability in Last Epoch called Maelstrom, and I was watching somebody streaming Last Epoch the other day, and they kept calling it Maelstrom. I'm going, no, Maelstrom, Maelstrom. Because Maelstrom sounds like something very, very different indeed. That's a level for me. Level 14. How awesome is that? Answer, pretty awesome. Really, if there were in fact men reigning, there would be a lot of people dead. I mean, it's horrifying. Think about it. Guys just falling out of the sky. Talk to Manticore. Manticore. I know you're invisible. Where are you? There you are. Keep your voice down and listen very closely. Okay. I've been keeping an eye on you. Squirt. Okay, I am short. This character is short, but he has big man complex, and he's so gonna resent that. And because of that, you're in the clear. That's why I'm about to entrust you with something very important. I need you to track down who brought those Praetorian machines here, completely undetected until that last moment. Wait, these robots are from Pretoria? I could have swore the last thing I said was for you to listen. Let's try this again. You're going to have to be my eyes and ears, reporting back to me anything you find out about this attack. These weren't my guys in costume. These were the real thing. And let me tell you, I don't like their kind in my city. This is where you come in. But how on earth am... You're the one who's going to find out because you're trusted, not just by me, but by a number of other people. The same ones who were responsible for those clockwork appearing in the middle of Paragon City. You see? We were able to trace back the origin of the beacon that they used to get in. It seems they were called here, invited to come take these meteors for whatever purposes they planned. In other words, someone called them and told them everything. And those calls came from inside your base. Our base, but that would mean, exactly, one of you is a traitor. ... Just stunned. I'm stunned at this revelation. Not really. Kind of done it before, so not really very stunning. Now, on the other hand, if you're talking about it's raining men, there is a new ability, variation of an ability in Path of Exile that came in with the latest League. There's a Summon Zombie skill, and there's a new variation on it called, I believe, Summon Falling Zombie, where instead of summoning a zombie that runs and attacks, it summons a zombie that falls from the sky and hits things and just does damage. So in that case, literally raining men, albeit dead men. Contact twin shot. So, I guess you caught a good chunk of my conversation with Eddie. Awkward. I knew him way back when. He and I went separate ways a long time ago. It was a bit of a shock to see him again, you know? I can tell you Galaxy was the last place I expected him to show up. Anyway, that's a part of my past that's well behind me now. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. Oh, Muffin. Oh, that's so sad. Do you know you can drag inspirations to individual pets and let them have it? I did not know, Nod Knox. I now know. You have to tell me these things. Well, you don't have to tell me these things. But you did, and thank you. Let's see. I need to train. we will head to Valkyrie. And we'll see if we get the cool, jazzy guitar vibe of Blythe Square. Nope. Seems not. A new level of power. Empty Clips is a new skill for me, or Acid Mortar. Place a mortar on the ground. If an enemy passes near, the mortar will fire an acid grenade at the target. The grenade will explode in a small shower of acid on impact as acid eats through armor, causing minor damage over time and reduces their defense as well as their damage resistance. Mortar will last up to 60 seconds and will fire up to 10 grenades, so one every 6 seconds. It can be destroyed. I think I'll just go for a straightforward Shooty McShootykins. A little bit more reliable than the acid. Not that the acid mortar doesn't sound freaking cool, but most of the time, having something sit there for as long as 60 seconds is not as useful as me being able to fire off a bunch of rounds 3 or 4 times in a battle. That's my logic, and I'm sticking to it. And we are going to go to King's Row. I can see my house from here. I always make that joke. Doop 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 doop. Oh, come on. That wasn't fair at all. Headed the right way, right? Yeah. Beep, beep. Honk, honk. Since you play beasts, you have wolves, and you want to reward them for being good, so giving them an inspiration. Oh. Walkies! Treats for everyone. Who wants a treat? Sit. Stay. King's Row. Don't attack the postman. A couple of these guys got renames if you weren't around for it. We now have Barry and Benny. We'll probably have Billy, I think at level 18. We have Brutus. He was formerly Brad. I thought the second tier should have tough guy names. The first tier will have names that end with a Y, so they're kind of diminutive. Benny, Barry, Billy. And we'll have Brutus and Bluto and Balrog. Because he's a bad man. Presumably. I don't know that for sure. But I assume. Hi, Vic. Let's enter the mission. Can't remember. Is this the mission where I'm disguised? No. I have to save Emily. Ah, yes. Standing in the metro on Kings and didn't see you. Oh. Well, there's probably multiple... no, I don't think there would have been multiples right now, because it would say... If there were multiple instances of the map. You're on Indomitable? Because I'm currently this character and Red Rain Ripper are on Indomitable for the XP bonus. Ah, okay. That would explain it. Yep. Misery, finish things here without me. Shipment arrived early. I must go. Yes, Chernabog, but what does matter? As a Lord of Death, you alone can choose the first death to begin tonight's ceremony. Kill girl first. Show new recruits what happens if they talk to wrong people. My pleasure. She's lovely. We're back here. Finish this chain. The very last quest in it, or at least as far as I know, it's the last. The implication is that the guy's going to come back sooner or later, but... is a very tough one to do on level. So I will frequently wait for a level up before I go to that last quest, because it's a bruiser. Take 'em, boys. Yeah, but it's a quest chain I have done countless times. And I tell you, the first time I went in for that, the final boss, who I think is an elite boss, when he sets everything on fire in the warehouse, that is a brutal quest. Velas. First you get Chernobog, and he's pretty tough, and then you get Velas as the elite boss, and he is definitely tough, at least in my experience. Perhaps you were simply more badass than I. Hard as that might be to believe, I mean, given the enormity of my ass. Wait, that's not what I meant. Oh, okay. Guys. Alright, take her out. Take Misery out. She's the one we need to take out, so... And the mission is complete. We'll go ahead and bail. Yeah, the fire in there is not the problem. He just hits really hard. And if you do it on level, he's like... red, I think? I think he comes out as red to you on level. And a red elite boss can be tough. Although, if you've got good healing... Yeah, red. If you've got good healing, I can see it, especially with him paying attention to your pets. Yeah, as long as the pets are hitting, too, obviously. We contact our contact. Hi, Shauna. How you doing? Ask about available missions. Finale, Death by the Truckload. That guy Juan snapped a photo of is one of the Lords of Death, dude. Goes by the name of Chernobog. The Slavic Satan, more or less. Anderson Construction. The nature set is really nice with all the debuffs and heals. Well, certainly, yeah. I mean, that is the key against doing up-level stuff, which is one of the reasons why I historically really am a fan of the Dark set, because of the debuffs involved. The heal is also very solid, but because it has to hit, you do have to jack it up with accuracy enhancements. Because if your heal misses the target that it's draining the life from at a poor time, yeah, bad things, man. Bad things. Oh, no attacks at all, huh? On your mastermind? Well... I don't think I'll be getting any more after this, at least not for a long time. Skulls. So I know somebody had asked a couple of nights ago about housing in the game. So later on I'm gonna show a couple that I found out about through Massively OP. They've got a writer who's been covering a lot of technical stuff. So that's the writer who wrote the thing that that showed me that the game has mods, which I wasn't aware of. Not DAT mods, actual, game mods. And he had one on, one of the mods is Forever Lasting, and it has a list of publicly available bases where people have created a super base and opened it up for people. And a lot of them are things like transit hubs, where they have portals to every map in the game and free access to crafting and banking and stuff like that. And also a lot of stuff, because theoretically, I don't know if I was aware of this or not. I think I was. That Everlasting is the RP server, the unofficial RP server. There's a whole lot of other people having anything from clubs to restaurants that they have, kitted up. Their base to look like. And so I've just looked at a couple of them. I will show those off later as an example of some of the cool stuff that people are doing. Not me. Cool people are doing. Someone alert Chernobog. Really, we're not actually killing these people. These are rubber bullets, and we're knocking them unconscious so that they can be taken into custody and find a useful future for themselves in the penitentiary system. Yeah, we're not killing them. We're good guys, remember? Okay, we're killing them a little. But only the ones who really deserve it. The rest of them, totally not dying. Okay, they're dying. Well, indirectly, they are taken into custody by the police. Coroner. Get him. Can you fly? He can, guys. Look. All right, we're about to get the animation, I believe, for Chernobog. Because he's right there. Come on, Chernobog. Where are you? There he is. Keep moving those containers. We haven't got all night. This is my bad Russian accent. I hope you enjoy it. ... Bruisefather. My brother. He tells me not to hunt you. He tells me killing you would be bad for business. That isn't the right time. Maybe that's true. Maybe. Unfortunately for you, I never had good mind for business. Alright, come get some, Chernobog. Come on. Candy ass. Get him, boys. Veles! Veles! We'll exit. Oh, no, everyone's decided to run off. You signed your own death warrant, hero. Ugh. Tracksuit and Slavic crouch mafia, to be exact. Usually, yeah. I usually do come through this whole arc. Everyone all healed up? Everyone feeling all better? I'm almost there. There we go. Okay. But of course, that's not actually the end of that story arc. Level 15. The Separadine Ring finale, Death by the Truckload. I can't believe it. You did it. You stopped the Separadine shipment. And arrested one of the Lords of Death, Bruisefather. I don't know how I or anyone else in King's Row could ever thank you. I mean, the Skulls are going to be looking for some payback. I don't know if I could ever live knowing that I was being hunted, but I guess that's what makes you a hero. Really, keep cheering me up there. That's great. Hey, I got an email from a guy who claims to be Eagle Eye of the Regulators, the supergroup who cracked down on drugs throughout the 1980s. Anyway, he said he wanted to meet you, so I told him I'd put you two in contact. And now we have Eagle Eye as a contact. Give him a call. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier the last boss, Veles. If you fight him on level, I tend to wait a level or two. A red con elite boss is not something I generally want to mess with. I mean, I just had enough trouble with an orange boss. I've read all about you, Bruisefather, especially with the work you've done, taking down the fight to the Skulls and putting down their Separadine operations. I have to say, I'm impressed. Back in the day, Brawler, along with the rest of the Regulators, and I put a stop to all the Separadine business, but it seems that bad apples do indeed stink up the place. As you're well aware, Separadine's back on the streets and the Skulls are pushing it something awful. Bruisefather, King's Row needs a new group of Regulators, and I'm not the only one who thinks you should lead it. Wow, cool. Part 1, knock knock. I'll join you in representing the new Regulators. That's the spirit. I knew I could count on you. Now, I may not be good in a fist fight as I was back in the day, but I've still got my eye for detail and planning. My guess is that the Skulls are going to target Councilman Hammett sometime before his speech tomorrow to the City Council. I want you to head over to Hammett's office and provide him with some extra security. Spoiler on this one. Turns out he really has no need for any special security now, tomorrow, ever. Another spoiler. It's an ambush. Yet another spoiler. Easy enough. You can just exit. You run to the exit. Don't have to fight all the mobs that are ambushing you. See, a real hero would fight the mobs, but I'm clearing out the streets so that my boys and I can take it over. Maybe good guy isn't quite the right word. Future enlightened despot, maybe? Future somewhat enlightened despot? Future less bad than the Skulls bad guy? Yeah, we'll go with that one. So, for those who were not around earlier, I got a really crappy night's sleep. And so my brain's a little addled. And it'd probably be a slightly shorter stream tonight, but who knows. I'm saying that, but I may forget that on the floor inside you see the bodies of both PPD officers and family goons. The family, of course, is the mob, the mafia, the mafiosa, the Cosa Nostra. Ding. "2.5 hours? Quarterfield, I assume that is a play on Quartermass? I've only seen one of the Quartermass things, I think. Many years ago. A couple of times, though. On creature features. Up another floor. Report to Council Hammett. I'll report to him that there are a whole bunch of dead guys around. And that he doesn't have to worry about picking up his laundry. The councilman has come over all dead. The Lords of Death are watching. I'm sure they are. Fortunately, I can just exit. It's the first task force in the Shadow Shards. Well, one of these days, maybe I'll actually get a character high enough level that I can find out about endgame stuff. It's going to be hard for me as long as they don't limit the number of characters I can have. As long as I can have more characters, why would I want to level up another character when I can create a whole new one? It's an illness, I tell you. There we go. Mission complete. Oh. The old play with their mind. I hope you enjoy solitaire. Yeah, I used to do that in my little brother. I'd go, I bet you can't stop hitting yourself, and then I'd grab his hand and then smack him in the face with his own hand. Why do you keep hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Blue steel. There we go. I think reasonably, if I really want to get a character to max level, I need to get into one of the leveling groups. I did a little bit of the group sort of leveling stuff when they had the Rikti invasion event. I caught a couple of the invasions, you know, and grouped up informally, basically stood around with a whole bunch of other people spamming AoEs and watching everything fall over dead. It's good XP. Hi, Blue Steel. I would like to train to a new level of power. Oh. Let's call Enforcer. Empty clips. Away I go. We'll sell the enhancements we got just hanging around. And we'll talk some more with Eagle Eye of the Regulators. Part 1, Knock Knock. Don't beat yourself up about it. You did everything you could with the information we had. Now we have more information. The assassin's almost certainly a member of the Skulls. However, what's concerning me is that the family is involved. Bruisefather, I've learned over the years to trust my instincts, and my instincts are saying that there's more to this than the family is letting on. Something very big is happening here. Listen, I have some old contacts that keep tabs on the goings-on inside the family. I'll talk with them and see if they know what they know about that family's presence here in King's Row. This is way outside their normal turf. In the meantime, I've narrowed down the most likely target for the next assassination attempt by Velas's assassin. Councilwoman Simmons just finished a press conference demonizing the Skulls for their assassination of Councilman Hammett. And now she's vowed to take up Hammett's work and make sure the skulls are brought to justice for their crimes against Paragon City and the citizens of King's Row. Let's go ahead and take care of her. Spoiler, she's not dead yet. The family has goons all over this building. Have you arrived too late? Spoiler, we've not arrived too late. Get him, guys. Hit the capo gunner first. Oh, we've got more button men. I never really understood why they were called button men. I may have actually even looked that up at one point. I sure don't remember what it might have been. Why the sort of a low-end gang street fighter type called button man. Maybe the phrase was to put a button on somebody, was to basically have him hit, in which case basically a button man would just be a way of saying a hit man. Get 'em, boys. Ow! Hey! Words hurt, but shotguns hurt worse. Okay. I'm gonna back further away from him. Because he was shooting me specifically, and I'm not fond of that. I'm not sure where these guys came from. They apparently teleported down from the ship. The other one's still kicking? Evidently, the answer to that is no, he's not. Guys. We've got guns too. Mr. Button Man Gunner dude. Really, you shouldn't use an elevator in case of an emergency. Oh, look, friends. Alright, one of them ran off. I assume they're going to come back sooner or later. Probably almost instantly after we engage these guys. Get him, guys. Why did you bring fists to a gunfight? Not very smart. These thugs. These goons. Oh, Capo Gunner. Alright, well, it doesn't appear to be anyone else upstairs, so we'll just move on to busting up more of these guys. Way to go, Brutus. Pretty good with the chopper. That's gangster slang for a Tommy gun, by the way. Oh, the button man gunner motioning me on. Come here, come here. Okay, how about here? Catch! Stop hitting Barry. Okay, that didn't mean start hitting me. You okay, Barry? You've looked better. So I will again apologize for being a little low energy tonight. You know, I don't get my beauty rest. Well, it doesn't help with the beauty part, but if I don't get a sufficient amount of sleep, my brain doesn't work right. Not that it necessarily works right any of the rest of the time, but it works extra special not right. So I'm a bit off form tonight. But I didn't want to deprive you of this superb Magnifying Lens Co. trademarked quality streaming product. It's possible that's a slight stretch. Alright, last couple of fights. We got some dudes up here, and then we've got the assassin. Oh, come on. One of them is not helping. One of them is just standing there. One of my dudes. Hey, he decided to start shooting. Barry. Jeez, Barry. I mean, seriously. I can't take you anywhere. Councilwoman Simmons, are you here to kill me? Kill you? No, I'm here to protect you. What? Then why did you just knock out my entire security detail? Security? Those were family goons, ma'am. Well, yes, Sebastian Frost did provide me with some of his boys for security, but it wasn't anything illegal. The Skulls are targeting city officials that are putting our feet down to combat the Sparadine dealing. Mr. Frost simply shares my point of view on the problem. Wait, the family wants to stop out Sparadine in King's Row? Do you feel that? Feel what? I do feel that. Come on, guys, over here next to me. We're going to go ahead and drop our Healy McThing. This is Morana. Not a great name, I've got to say. Ow! Guys, you want to hurry it up over here? Well, she almost defeated me. Fortunately, we got her down low enough that she ran off. I don't know what to say. Start at the beginning. Frost came to me with a very sensible proposal. He wanted to clear his family name of the stain his father had put on it all those years ago, the link between his family and the street drug called Separadine. I wanted to believe that he was doing it for the good of Paragon City, but deep down, I knew he wasn't. Keep going. I empathized with him. I understand the difficulty that a parent's decisions can have on their children. It's okay. You can talk about it. It's my husband, Carl. You see, he's very ill, and to be honest, I'm not sure how much longer he has. We've been keeping it a secret because, well, his illness was caused by his drug addiction. If the press were to learn of this, it would ruin our careers. He doesn't have one. He's dying. He just said so. But worst of all, our son Albert would have to live with our failures hanging over him like a shadow, just like Sebastian Frost has had to live with his father's mistakes. Mistakes? Mass selling drugs to innocents is not a mistake. That's a failure of character. I just wanted to find a way out. Frost said that he'd be willing to have some specialists come in to see what they could do for Carl, but only if I helped him. Standing up against Separadine seemed to be a suitably appropriate favor given the situation. I thought it was a sign of good things were to come. I know it was a bribe. I was thinking of my family. I understand. Your secret is safe with me. In the future, it's me you owe your allegiance to, not this mob underboss. They know from the time the child somehow witnessed their first giggle they'd never been the brightest in the bunch, so they chose the name Marana. Yeah, that's pretty much it. She thinks it's a pasta. All right, let's see what Eagle Eye has for us. Things are definitely getting interesting. I learned from my contacts that Frost and his family have been meeting with city council representatives for the past few days, trying to drum up support to fight Separadine, all in the name of clearing his family's good name. Apparently, the Skulls have told Frost and his family to find someone else to peddle their drugs for them, and the Skulls have found their own way of making Separadine, cutting out their reliance on Frost and his suppliers. Now, Frost wants to teach them a lesson, and so he's going to make it very hard for the Skulls through political backroom dealing. Well, that's fine and dandy, but we have something more important to deal with. What? Named after a fruit in Antarctica. Uh-huh. Snow grapes. Definitely snow grapes. We need to find out where Velas and his Skulls are getting their Separadine and shut it down. I'm afraid that squeezing gangbangers, and it doesn't matter how hard you squeeze them, gangbang juice just is so hard to come by and not very tasty. Squeezing gangbangers on the streets just isn't going to cut it this time. The Skulls have their back up against the wall here, and the only way they're going to learn who or where they're getting supply from is if they want to talk to you. So you need me to go deep undercover then. That's the idea. I've already talked to Paula Dempsey about outfitting you with just the right disguise to fit in with the Skulls. She can give you more details on it. All you need to do, get in with them and listen. If we can find Velas, we'll find their supply. Until then, just follow your instincts. I'm going undercover, guys. Oh, so I need different gangbangers to squeeze for gangbanger juice? It's just, they always seem, so... Well... They're just not that juicy. Hi, Paula. Hey, Paula. I'm going to infiltrate the Skulls. This is me infiltrating the Skulls. After a few days masquerading as a Skull who has his own, posse, you find out about the hideout. Someone in here is bound to know a thing or two about Velas and the Separadine lab. I have to say, I do approve of his hair statement. It's a very fine hair statement. Hi, ladies. You're looking good. I will also note that apparently these boots I'm wearing, which look sort of like combat boots, apparently have really good lifts in them because previously my character's like 4 foot tall, and now he's about 6 something. Pardon the yawn, as I said. Tired old man. Shatterjaw. Hey, what's the hurry, Chief? I want to go upstairs. Nah, only fighters competing to become a Bone Daddy or Death Doll go upstairs. Well, I'm going up to be a Death Doll. Hi. Okay, you can go. And you don't look like one of them. Not yet, I don't. All right. I'll let Bone Dust know we got some fresh meat coming upstairs. Oh, a mech suit. Interesting. Hadn't considered that. Leg extenders, fake arms. The bald head's real, though, obviously. I found a clue. Huh? What? So I hear you want to try and join the ranks of the Bone Daddies. That's right. I'm ready. Well, you sound ready, but my only surviving rib cage proves whether or not you are. I told you I'm ready. You know that if you lose your life, right? A true skull isn't afraid of death. Well said. Go and talk to the fight organizer. I'll set you up with a match. I gotta say that if this is their initiation, a 50% failure rate, that's quite the discouragement, I would think, to a lot of people to sign up. Bone Dust gave you his approval? All right. I hope you kissed your girlfriend this morning, dude, because today might be your funeral. I didn't kiss my girlfriend. I kissed your mom. Oh, my. Hope makes you weak. Easy. Save some for the opponent. Step into the middle of the rib cage and prepare to fight for your life. I'm here to fight for my right to party. Pretty sure that was it anyway. Despite the fact that I'm a good guy, this guy's gonna die now. Oh no, not now. It's the police. What's funny is if you hadn't, you guys couldn't have called them up as the skull. And had you guys up, you couldn't have called them up as the skull. I gotta escape. Let's see. I'm trying to remember exactly where I need to go. Is it down here? I think so. Ah, my guys. Yes. And I've gotten myself turned around. This is like the second or third time in a row when I've done this quest I've gotten myself turned around. There we are. Just follow the faster runners. Yep. I just needed to find the stairs. And scene. Confront Velas. Well, that's the one I'm going to wait a level for because I think I'd get my ass kicked. I like my ass. I mean, it's overly large, to be sure, but I do like it. If I didn't have it, my legs would just sort of really dangle by meat, and I'm not sure I'd be able to walk. I do not think I have yet Gotten the police radio, so I'm going to grab that now. If I had a real heal, I'd give it a shot. But the heal on this archetype is awful. It's fucking terrible. The what is it called? The triage beacon doesn't heal. Gives you and everyone in the area regeneration, and not much regeneration yet. So it's crap. And I'm used to another hero. It is Powdermow, and he has mercenaries. Also a mastermind. You know, the my other masterminds who have real heals can handle stuff pretty well. I mean, I have a 28 demon summoner, and I never have a problem keeping things alive with him. And that's not a great heal because it has to hit the bad guy. Yeah, if it followed you, yeah, that might make it usable, because right now it's not really usable unless I know I'm going to be fighting a boss and not one that hits very hard. All right, I now have the police radio. That's the police radio, and it can be used to give you basically dynamic missions, which are usually of a go to a place and beat up a bunch of guys, or go to a place and find a thing. So, for instance, computer hackers hired by the Vaz. I don't want to go have anything to do with the Vazalak. I hate the Vazalak. Hate him. The Tsu. I hate the Tsu. Let's see. We have reports of a missing businessman, one Mikhail Levis. Business associates report seeing individuals confirming to the appearance of the lost. All right, fine. I'm going to rescue Mikhail Levis, and that should get me a level, and then maybe I can go in and try Veles. But Triage Beacon is genuinely bad. Haha, I've got footprints on the roof of that guy's car. He's going to be pissed. Pardon me, guys. You're in my way. Oh, the sewer! Alright, we gotta rescue Mikhail Levis. Oh. They were sleeping. Alright, guys. Shoot the big bad man with the big bad gun. The sword wielders, the sword wielding lieutenant, lost to the annoying ones as they hit like a freaking truck. Really, I mean, what kind of sewage do they have in this city where everything's bright snot green? I mean, we're talking pneumonia level lunger green. There's another level for me. Well deserved. I mean, my boys, sure, my boys are pretty good with the guns and stuff, but if it wasn't for my leadership, they'd be completely lost. Isn't that right, boys? Oh, yeah, me and my leadership, I forgot to, slightly forgot to equip them. Because I'm a dope. But a very good leading dope. Oh, guys. Now that you've got your upgrades back in place again. Yeah, they're actually whacking things in a significantly more efficient fashion. Giving them bigger, better gunses. The big sword. Ugh, God. There's a perfectly good head of cabbage here. I mean, do you have any idea how many burritos are eaten in this city every day? Well, there's Mark. Hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, he uses his mental power against me. Dude, seriously, what? Why you do this? Michael Lewis? Mikhail Levis? I wasn't working with these guys, Bruisefather. It just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Sure. Oh, I have to escape with him. Oh, lovely. Seriously, why? In the words of Nancy Kerrigan, why? And now, how many of you get that reference? Pardon me. Nancy Kerrigan was an Olympic skater who was attacked by some goons put to it by the husband of one of her competitors, Tonya Harding. And she got whacked in the knee with basically sort of like a crowbar. And it was, the aftermath was caught on film, and she was wailing, why? Which is actually a perfectly reasonable thing. Yep, that's her. Old guy references, they just keep coming. Mikhail? There we go. We've hit 16. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. Give me a sec. I'm going to stretch a little and do a quick... I'm going to do 2 laps around the chair. Really stretch out. It's been a long day. Starting my day off playing computer games at 4 in the morning because I can't get back to sleep doesn't make Lenz a happy boy. We want to train up first. We definitely want to train up first. Wrong thing. Map. Where is blue steel? There he is. I wonder what traffic laws are like in Paragon City, where you have super speed people going by at like 90 miles an hour. I would like to train to a new level of power, sir. I would like to choose my new title, sir. That's it. Just the Bruisefather. Bold? No. Battle-hardened? No. I'm big for names to be alliterative. So, bold and battle-hardened, no. Also, battle-hardened has sort of a, if you have a dirty mindset, it implies that being in combat gives you sexual arousal, and that may or may not be the case. I refuse to comment. Let's see, and we set it really bright. There we are. Oh. Make it really... Can we make it brighter? Also secondary color also set to bright. And there we go. We can see that I'm now the Bruisefather. And the training. Force field generator. Well, that's more defense, right? Dispersion bubble that gives all nearby allies increased defense against all attacks, including psionic. Dispersion bubble also protects allies from immobilization, disorient, and hold effects. Drone will follow you and can be buffed and healed or even destroyed. However, it's not a henchman and cannot be given commands. Limited to 1 force field generator. This one follows. Okay, well, that seems pretty good. I'm going to go out on a limb and say me likey. All right, let's see if we can take Velas out. Yep, there we are. Let's go, boys. Doing my own sound effects, pretty good, huh? Quite the Foley artist. For those who may not be aware of it, a Foley artist is a guy who does sound effects for movies. A lot of times using weird, wacky things to make sound effects. This has been my TED Talk. I hope at least one of you is named Ted. Otherwise, that wouldn't make any sense. Guys. Let's go ahead and see how long this lasts, since it follows me. Fortunately, my boys and I were all excellent shots, so we're not hitting any innocent bystanders with our gunfire. We're very, very, very good shots. This guy dances like somebody has plugged him in. And he's trying to get out of it, but he's caught in the low amperage state where you can't actually break contact. I gotta say, I'm thinking the force field generator is really fucking good, because it does follow me. It's already off cooldown, so if it got destroyed, presumably I could resummon it. And it appears to be quite effective. Okay, so we have a problem. I know. It's Bruisefather. It's not safe for you here. Life isn't safe, little sister, but your concerns are appreciated. Tell Backbreaker to lock up the warehouse after we leave and shoot anyone who tries to leave. It shall be done. Mr. Atta, if you'll accompany me, I believe you would like to see the lab. Yes, Atta want very much. So we're not actually fighting Velas here. I had forgotten that there was another mission in the in-between realm. Aha! I thought there was one there. Way to go, Brutus. The one in the middle, that dance he's doing. I'm sure he is being electrocuted by some bad wiring in this warehouse. Can I name my force field generator? I would like very much to rename my... I can rename the force field generator. Oh my god. Sometimes life is good. All right, bruise something. Gotta be. There's got to be something mechanical I can come up with. It's going to take some thought. That's not bad. We can use that for now. I bet it's too long. It's too long by one letter. We'll just go. They do blow up eventually. Okay. The Protector, I think, is what I will call it. But I don't have a pet right now. I will resummon it and name it the Protector. There we go. That works. That works. Alright, Death's Head Soldier's got to get it. Him first, guys. Get him. Barry is suffering currently. Did you have a good, but perhaps insulting name, Nodnox, for the Protector? I think we'll nab the ones that are upstairs first. Basically, there's a few of them you bump off and then a boss shows up. So, to avoid dragging in more than I'm comfortable with, if you're new around here, you should know I'm a deliberate game player. In other words, slow. And cautious. Old guy stuff, I suppose. Barry? Barry, what's wrong? Why are you getting shot at by everybody, Barry? Are you being, your usual annoying self and pissing everyone off? It's just Barry, man. It's Barry being Barry. Not stream friendly. Alright, we've got the batch up there, and then the guys on the ground. The guys on the ground are the ones that will, when they're taken care of, will trigger the boss showing up. You didn't want that. Not right then. Alright. The Protector is back. The boss should be coming in from over here. There he is. Backbreaker. And that's going to break his back because we're going to finish him off pretty quick. Oh, no, we're not. He's done. Heh, you're as strong as Velas. Maybe he does fear you after all. Where did Velas go? He went to the lab with Atta, leader of the trolls. Ha 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 ha! You have no idea how big this all is, do you? Where's the lab? There isn't a damn thing in the world you can do to me that make me tell you that. Tell me where the lab is, scumbag. Ha 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 ha! Or what, you'll kill me? Even if you had it in you, death doesn't scare me, hero. Face it, you got nothing. Deliver a message to Velas for me. What message is that? When you see him in hell, tell him he underestimated the Bruisefather. Yeah. Word. Not sure why I said word. Sounded tough, though. In my head. Oh, okay, there it is. I was wondering, I'm using a mod, the map mod, and I was wondering where it was. I was used to seeing it above or below the map, but in this case, they dropped it into the empty space. It's got where there are plaques, badges, day jobs, zone events, and it also will show you in any given area It will say, for instance, in this area, you've got Circle of Thorns and Skulls, levels 7 to 10, I think. So it's just a far more useful map than the default map. They basically just added some simple information. But it's definitely an improvement. There was an article on how to add mods to the game in a couple of days ago on Massively OP. Fire Marshal Jill is reading my fortune. So before I call it an evening, because, as I said a couple of times, crappy night's sleep and I have no energy. I mean, even less energy than an old fart like me normally has. That much energy. Disorient duration. Do I have a disorient? I don't think I have a disorient. No, I don't. Accuracy at 13, it's going to be no good in a level. Those 14 to 15 is running speed. Nah. I'll sell those. Before I leave, I'm going to pop onto the character on what I consider to be my main account and show you, for those who may not be aware of it, what the equivalent of housing looks like. What you can do with a superhero base in the game. Let me... and there goes the force field generator. The Protector has blowed up. So let me quit to character select. So my apologies for running a shorter stream this evening. Been enjoying running slightly longer streams than historically I run. So back it up. Beep, 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 beep. Back to Everlasting. I believe I set up Flex McGristle. For those of you who haven't seen Flex McGristle, that is, in fact, universally accepted as the finest name in MMORPG history. Right there, Flex McGristle, everyone. So, this uses another one of the mods. Brings up here a pop-up list of a whole bunch of publicly available superhero bases on... This is on Everlasting. Everlasting is the unofficial, I think unofficial, roleplay server. And so there are a lot of people who've gone to a fair amount of work. So if we go to the transit hubs, this is an example of one where they've made one that's just basically meant to be functional. There we go. What these are gates to every map in the game. They're in there alphabetically, broken up into, batches. Over here you have vault and crafting and other miscellaneous stuff. And over here you have all the various NPC vendor types that you need. So this is a small centralized location these guys have put together that's extremely functional and useful. I haven't checked extensively. I just checked and poked my head into one other to see what someone had done, and I'll show you that one as an example of what you can do in terms less of functionality and more in terms of where was it? Was it Club? Entertainment Club. Inferno or something like that. Mixed. Atlas Irregulars. What the fuck? That's my supergroup. We're the Irregulars. Maybe not Atlas Irregulars, but I think so. I didn't realize we were open to the public. Seriously? I'll have to check on that one later. What was it I was looking at? Thought it was clubs. There it is, Club Inferno. This is an example, and I didn't go extensively running around. I just kind of quickly bopped around to the sort of things you can put together. So we're outdoors, we're in an industrial area, we've got lava flowing because that's something that happens frequently in industrial areas. We're going into Club Inferno. They have some stuff out here. I think this is useful. No, just props. Okay. And in here, you've got duds, where I'm guessing there is basically a tailor. You've got merch, not sure what's over there. You've got a hellhound sitting there, merrily wagging its tail. You have a ball pit. You've got dancers, because of course it's a club. A car with a rubber duck, a flashing light, and the wheels on fire. This looks like the bar. They have a pool. Gimel Point. Rotating devil heads. So this is the kind of thing you can put together if you're interested in something a little more cosmetic, shall we say. They even have a tank. How nice. Ah, and look, the gun has 2 balls under it. Yeah, okay, well. Up until there, they were doing that pretty well. So this is the example of what you can do with a superhero base with a lot of time. Mics are not nice. Don't understand. So I just wanted to show a couple of those because somebody had asked about superhero bases. And so you can make really nice, cool, helpful, functional ones like the first, or you can go all out and try to make something looking cool, interesting, and different like the second. But me and Flex McGristle are going to call it an evening. I want to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to see if he is still about, and if he is still about, and he is, I'm going to try to raid him. So I'm going to raid
It kind of seemed like
Dat Mods.
Like the more I progress, the less I get good weapons from the.
Let me mute that and see if I can't do a little raiding for that. Let me see. It should be here. No, not there. Where? I don't think I can do it with my current setup. Damn it. I wanted to take advantage of that. Earlier today, Mods gave me a shout out. If you're not familiar with Dat Mods, he is a really good, chill, fun streamer. And he gave me a very, very nice shout out. And a sub and a follow. And so I was going to rate him back. But the setup I currently have is not allowing for that I can see. So it's something I'm going to have to work on for later. Anyway, I want to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out here. I really do appreciate it. I should be back tomorrow, hopefully with a better night's rest and a little more energy for more of the same. More City of Heroes action with the Bruisefather. Yeah, so I think that's it. Again, thanks guys for hanging out. Should be back tomorrow at the usual time. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great Friday night, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to require you to have a good time and a great weekend. Sorry. Yeah, it's not my decision. Comes from upstairs. So, yeah, you're on the hook now. You have to have a great weekend. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys, and thanks again.